Okay, I am on location here in Eastham, ready to go. I have to park like quite a ways up the street because it is so busy. I'm also gonna put some deodorant on because girl, I haven't seen any scary people yet. I'm sure I will. I have one suspicious vehicle in front of me, but I don't really fucking care. Here is my raincoat just in case. Should I bring my umbrella? Maybe I will. I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Got my backpack. I'm feeling optimistic. The radio is playing a bunch of my mom's favorite songs, so I'm taking that as a good sign. There are a lot of people here, which makes me feel really happy, and also that's safe. It would be bad if there was only a few people here. Okay, phone, everything in here. And then we begin, I guess, my little march down the street. Coffee, necessary, vlogging camera. Okay, and we're off. How am I supposed to cross the street? Oh, there's a sidewalk. Okay, that's good. See, that's the car I was talking about. I'm so excited to be able to do this with my community. I'm so excited to make my voice heard. Here's where I'm walking. Okay, I'm gonna cross the street. Super dangerous. Very, very dangerous. Look at all these people. This is incredible. I'm ready to get loud. As I get closer, I can hear drums banging. I hear whistles. I can hear people honking. I hear lots of commotion. Can you hear that? Oh my God! There are so many people. Holy shit, they can't fit where the protest spot was. Oh, this is amazing. I was not expecting this many people. This is unbelievable. This is gonna be 1,000 people. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, holy shit. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, I don't know what I was expecting. Look. I'm gonna put my stuff down and get myself together. This is so cool. Hooray! There are lots of very vocal people here. Look at this. Wow, 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 wow. Too exciting. This is so fun. There are people here of all ages, all shapes and sizes, all different colors. Look at all these people. Let's walk around and see the signs we have. Wowee. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. And a lot of the people you see here are white. There's a lot of white privilege going on, being used in the most incredible way. We're here on Route 6 in Eastham. It's easily 1,000 people here. I mean, we have signs that say Trump is a hate monger. We have fun medical research, not parades. Democracy, rights, and empathy, no kings. No kings signs everywhere. We have fuck Donald Trump flags. Cape Cod showed out in a way that is really meaningful. And again, the crowd is just endless. We have people wearing impeach Trump shirts, no kings, only queens. And need I remind you guys, it's Pride. Today is one of our Pride celebrations here on Cape Cod. And let's keep in mind, Pride was a protest. This is what our people do. We know how to do this, and we're gonna do it until the world stops spinning. We have veterans here, we have business owners here, we have vacationers here. Some people interrupted their vacation on Cape to protest today.
We are here visiting my family who lives in Cape Cod, and we're from the San Francisco Bay Area.
Do you feel that there's anything specific you'd like to say to Cape Cod?
You're a wonderful community, diverse in many ways, and have wonderful activist spirit. And it's important just to keep raising voices. We're with you on the other coast. We just got to keep the message going through the country.
Why did you choose to come out today?
We need to show, that there's as much support as Trump is trying to, demonstrate with his show of force and military as a dictator.
And what did you bring with you today?
This to me looked like a bleeding flag, which is, how I feel the state of our nation is in right now. My husband also has a homemade sign here.
Wow. I mean, this is just incredible. And it is not a nice day outside. It's rainy. It's kind of hot. There's lots of lots of reason to stay indoors. Hi, I'm at the Cape Cod National Seashore Salt Pond Visitor Center. We're protesting fascism in America. We're protesting the end of democracy. And we're here to fight for our country and fight for our rights. Who are you? What brought you out today?
I'm Norma, and I'm out here to take back our country.
Do you have a message for the year-rounders here that maybe didn't show up?
We're fighting for you. We're fighting for your grandparents. We're fighting for your grandchildren, since we're mostly an older population. And it's time for you to fight and realize what is actually happening here.
And last thing, to the more conservative people that live here, what would you have to say to them if they voted for this?
If they voted for Trump?
Yeah.
I think you knew what he was going to do. You chose to vote for him knowing what he was going to do. And you have rained terror on all Americans. You have destroyed potentially democracy. You have created fascism. And I don't want to hear, oh, I didn't think that's what he was going to do.
Yeah.
That's what gets me angry. Because you knew what he was going to do, and you didn't care because it wasn't going to happen to you.
Right. And look at us now.
Look at us now.
Some of the earliest villages on Cape Cod were incorporated in the early 1600s. So we're talking 1665, 1667, and that is directly due to colonialism. Cape Cod was founded on genocide. And so many of the people here are protesting exactly what their ancestors committed here too. We are here for a reason. There's a reason white people exist on Cape Cod. And it's amazing looking around, seeing all of the privilege being utilized across this tiny little section in the middle of the road, how people are using their voices, how people are utilizing their privileges. There's able-bodied people here. There are people with physical disabilities. I'm sure there's people with cognitive disabilities here. We came out, there has to be at least 1,000 people here. It's incredible. I've never seen a protest this big here. There's protests here all the time. People are cheering on the road. People are driving by in droves. This is just incredible. I saw many out-of-state license plates here, so that tells me people are interrupting their schedules no matter what they're doing, where they are, and making their voices heard. Again, I say this all the time. Now is not the time to know your rights. Now is the time to use them, and Cape Cod is doing just that. Yeah, what brings you out today?
So where to start? It could be anything from protesting against the policies against immigration, but mostly for me, a lot of it is my fear is that degradation of environmental policy and the attacks on public lands and national forests and the attempt to give away everything that belongs to the United States people to his billionaire friends. That's a big issue for me. And I think that the way that we're treating immigrants and ignoring the Constitution is really, really dangerous for a republic. So that's my biggest fear is what's going to happen with the environment. You can't redo billions of years of evolution.
Silencing our voices, challenging people's right to express their First Amendment rights, to exercise their First Amendment rights is so terrifying to me. I wrote letters for Amnesty International, a lot of my life, starting when I was 18 years old. And I remember thinking how awful it was in these poor folks in, all these other countries. And we're watching it now. I'm 64 years old, and I'm thinking, this is it. This is how it starts. I'm also a retired teacher, so I hate to see any kind of constraints put on free speech, put on bringing ideas to the fore. Speak on it. If it's an idea, let it come out into the light so we can discuss it and come to some reasonable conclusions. So our kids learn how to be free thinkers and learn how to make an argument. So all of those things. I also just feel like this is our country, all of us. I don't want to be divided from other people just because they have different opinions from my own. I want us to be able to talk to one another and treat one another with kindness and respect and decency. So that's why I'm here. It's just fun.
Do either of you have a message for Cape Cod specifically?
Come out and join us. Come out and join us if you're not here. And talk to people who don't think the same way you do with kindness and respect.
Pay attention to the fine details that Trump and his party are pushing against our environment.
Again, we've got all kinds of people here. It's just walls and walls of people with signs, liberty and justice for all. I've never seen anything like this on Cape Cod. This is what democracy looks like. Look at this. I'm gonna cross the street and see what other people got going on. And I'm gonna shove my sign in these people's face. Hi. 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 I mean, look at this. I'm not gonna show you, but there's children running around in circles. There's dogs playing. There's more dogs behind me. It's just literally everybody that could have shown up chose to show up today. And it was a choice. That's a little crowded for Cody. There is such a wide display of all different kinds of people, which is the exact kind of Cape Cod that I know and I love. And I'm so excited to see that this is what it looks like today. I feel really grateful to be a part of this community, and I feel really excited to be a part of this community. It is extremely welcoming. It is extremely diverse here. Everyone is being kind. Everyone is being patient. Everyone is making space and room for everybody, because this is what democracy looks like. What brings you out today?
Well, to protest the acts of our current president.
Why specifically on Cape Cod?
Because this is where I live.
Something that a lot of people don't realize on Cape Cod is that there is a pretty big conservative population here.
There is.
Do you have anything to say to that group of people?
Well, I think that everybody should think about the fact that someday it will, that the acts that are occurring now will affect them or their family in an undemocratic, constitutionally invalid way.
And do you have a message for the other year-rounders here that maybe didn't show up today?
Give it a shot.
It's getting increasingly harder to find a spot to stand. And look, we have volunteers directing traffic. Thank you for your help.
Thank you. Thanks for showing up.
Of course, it's our duty. I mean, what a great day to not have to go to the beach. Just so exciting. So exciting.
I watch your TikTok.
Oh my God! Hi, I'm making a video. Look, I just met someone. Hi, do you want to take a picture together?
Of course.
Oh my God, okay. I've only been here for maybe 35 minutes. And there has been at least another 500, 600 people that have showed up. It's just absolutely unbelievable, the level of commitment that Cape Cod has to protecting itself and protecting its communities. And again, like, Cape Cod was founded on genocide. Cape Cod was founded on colonialism and these same ideals that are trying to push Trump's agenda forward, and we are not standing for it. So what brings you out today?
Liberty. Fighting for liberty.
Yeah. And are you from Cape Cod?
I am. I live in Wellfleet.
So for the year-round people on Cape that maybe didn't want to show up today, what do you have to say?
What do I have to say? Look at all your friends and neighbors.
Yeah.
Come out and join us.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people see Cape Cod as a super liberal place to live.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, as you know, that there's a pretty big population of people who voted for exactly this. Do you have anything to say to those people who got kind of what they voted for?
I'm hoping that you're reconsidering when you see what's happening and when you see who it's affecting. I'm hoping that you're reconsidering. It's okay to change your mind.
Yes.
Yeah, my dad was a big Trumpster, and at 87 he changed his mind.
87 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. What a gift.
Yes.
Our nation is under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back.
Look at this. Again, there's just all kinds of people. There's a lot of veterans out today. There's a lot of, again, it's mostly white people here. Again, this is our opportunity to utilize the privilege that we have and make sure that we're doing it in a way that's safe and beneficial and worthwhile to the communities that we're trying to fight for. The people are lining the streets all the way down Route 6. I mean, there are people literally standing in the middle of the road. This is what I mean by it's not enough to know your rights. Now is the time to use our rights, and this is exactly what these people are doing. Look at these amazing signs.
Veterans, remember your oath is to our Constitution, not to a petty tyrant.
May I give you a microphone to say that into?
Sure. Veterans, remember we swore to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, not a petty tyrant. If you know young military people that are making a mistake, remind them that our oath is to the Constitution specifically for this reason, specifically for someone like Donald Trump. We swear our oath to the Constitution, not to the president, not to a petty tyrant. Thanks, Cody.
So again, as you can see, there are so many people here who have so much to say, and there's so much to do in regard to where we want our country to go. And Cape Cod's willing to put in the work today. And I'm really excited. I've met so many wonderful people here just walking around, chanting, exercising their rights, sharing their ideas, and it seems like we're on the same page for the first time in many, many years. This is a good sign of what's to come. As I look around at the sea of people here, and again, there has to be at least 2,000 people here, I just can't believe how grateful I feel in a way. So what brings you out today?
So, Cody, I have been kind of in a fog since this latest election. In some ways had kind of given up and looking more towards my community and what I can do locally to help influence good joy and happiness. And so I've been kind of turning the news off, and today felt like a really great chance to be part of a community and part of a movement. I was in New York City for the last election with my knit pussy hats, and boy, that really helped me at the time. I'm so glad I showed up today.
A lot of people see Cape Cod as like super liberal. As we know, that is not entirely true.
No, it's not, and you can tell by the vehicles going by, there are some very unhappy individuals. But for the most part, it feels like we have a lot of support here today. I am amazed by how many people showed up for this.
There's at least 2,000 people.
At least 2,000, and still, you know, going beyond the set time. It's a time, especially as a woman, it's a time to build our strength from within and resist.
I agree.
And we need our voices right now. Things feel like they're getting really ugly. We need to do what we have to get through this.
One last thing. If you had a message for any of the Cape Codders who felt they shouldn't come out today but maybe wanted to, what would you say to them?
I think that there was a little holdback, and I heard this from people, that there's a fear. I just jumped in my car and came here and realized what a peaceful protest this is and has been, and there's no ill feeling here. It's a lot of happiness and a cheer and togetherness and a feeling that we all need to work together. And I'm going back to community. Like this is what we can do locally. And we can help each other through hard times.
I think of the Sarah Bareilles lyric, "What you didn't do to bury me, but you didn't know I was a goddamn seed. You don't scare me, I am of the earth." What a gift. From P-Town to Palestine. It's just getting louder and louder out here too. Just louder and louder. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hi. This girl's killing it, whoever she is. What's your name?
Victoria.
What brings you out here today?
Democracy?
What do you feel is like the most important thing for people to do now?
Right now, protest. Talk to their state governor, anyone that they can, their representatives, the people higher up. I'm an introvert. I absolutely hate coming out. I work 2 different jobs. I work night shifts, so it's even harder. So I only got like a couple hours of sleep. Oh my goodness. So this is
What would you always say to the people who feel that they're not going to make a difference?
You always make a difference. The women's rights, black rights. What hasn't been fought for at this point? We've always protested, and we've always gotten what we deserve at the end, because it's our right.
What do you have to say to Cape Cod?
To stop the bigotry, the fascism. It's ridiculous. I'm actually surprised at how many Republicans are actually here fighting for Trump on Cape Cod. And this is the place where we are open to gay people, open to trans. We are the most open community, and this is what's happened. And it's disgusting to see.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Just takes one person to start. There's people across the street. They've packed the streets this way. They've packed all the way up to the national seashore. You can't get anywhere on Cape Cod today without running into a protest. And that's the way it should be. Look at this sign. The people are singing. And look at all the way across the street. There's people here that are on vacation. There's people here that I'm sure had other things they wanted to do today. And they've even taken the time out of their days to protest and make their voices heard and to use their rights. What a gift. What a gift. So the crowds are starting to thin out a little bit. It's, I think, 2:30. As you can see, there's definitely a lot less people that were here even just an hour ago. And people are starting to leave. Can I interview you guys?
Are you from Palestine?
I'm not from Palestine.
Huh?
But I'm fighting for Palestine.
Oh, you're from? Okay, well then good. Okay, you can talk. You can talk.
What brings you out today?
The rain, the
Got it.
protest, and we're, as the sign says, we're basically pissed off.
I see that.
Our good old country that's been great for a long, long time is not so great anymore.
What we have shaping up in this country is
Mark.
insane.
You can't stay home in this situation. No, you have to get out. Everybody means something, as you can see here today. As my friend here said, democracy. My age, we've never seen anything like this. And I care and worry about my sons and my grandchildren, what they're going to be faced with. And what's happening all over the world. We have to get out, like you're doing yourself.
My wife's son.
I'm just leaving the protest now. I had a wonderful time. I'm feeling very grateful that I have the ability to walk myself back to my car. I have the ability to speak with volume. I have the ability to take myself somewhere that I need and want to go. I'm so grateful for my community that showed up in the way they did. And I'm even grateful for the people who chose to stay home. It was peaceful. It was respectful. It was loud. It was exactly what I was hoping for and exactly what I got. Wow, that was a day. I feel really excited and I feel really happy and I feel motivated and encouraged and invigorated. And I was reminded today that yes, I am an individual, but I am part of a collective and we do have a voice. I do have a voice and it can be heard by itself and it can be heard even louder when I'm with my community. And I know that there are hundreds of thousands of people all around this country who feel the exact same way. I'm so grateful to everybody who took the time to talk to me. I'm so thankful to everyone who took the time to come say hello to me. I feel really quite overwhelmed because this is one of the first times I've had the opportunity to put faces to some of the names that I see online, and to see this community grow and grow and grow and then start to exist within my own community in the real life is quite a pinch me moment. And for it to happen at a protest, and specifically for the kind of protest that it happened at today, truly the only thing I could say that I feel concretely is gratitude. And I can ride that for the rest of my life. We are in this together, and that's through the bad and through the good. Even if it doesn't get any better, we're still in it together. And so to know that in my community and in the communities all around this country, even in the midst of it being bad, we're in it closer than ever. That's a really, really cool thing. And it's quite a powerful reminder to have. Fuck Donald Trump, fuck ICE, fuck the police, and fuck any sort of fascist, capitalist, evil person that's trying to gain power in this world. You will be brought to justice, and history will remember you for exactly what you are and what you did. Poison has antidotes, and today I think we saw one of the most powerful antidotes we've ever seen. Happy No King's Day. Remember, it's not enough to know your rights anymore. You gotta use them. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in following me anywhere else, everywhere else, I'm Cody Jacob. Except for Instagram, I'm The Real June Squibb. I also write a Substack called Handbook for the Recently Bereaved. It's free grief support. New essays come out every week. It's donation-based. I would love your donations to keep the publications coming, as I am currently homeless. That's not a joke, and that's where I'm gonna end the video. Bye.